Let's rockin'. So as you may have noticed, my life has been very uneventful lately, and I've had nothing to vlog, even though vlogging is my favorite thing to do on this channel. Sadly, I haven't been able to do it, so that kind of friggin' sucks. Sorry about that. Anyways, let's get to the topic of this video. Yeah, I have not got a lot going on lately, so I'm just doing an abundance of sit-down videos because I still need to put something out on my channel, but I don't have anything going on in my life to record and make fun and interesting looking. So today I thought that I would talk about something that I mentioned in one of my videos, in my house tour video actually is where I mentioned it. This house, my grandparents' house that I live in currently, burned down a few years ago.
Investigators think a spark from a hot water heater ignited some flammable liquid, resulting in a large house being burned to the ground.
The family lived in this home here for more than 30 years, but last night, in an instant, it all came down.
37 years of our lives.
The family says they do plan on rebuilding in this very spot. They say this is their home. It's been their home for more than 30 years, and it's where they want to be.
So my grandpa built this house like a very long time ago. I don't even know how many years, but a very, very long time ago. It was a very pretty house. I really liked it. There were a lot of memories there. Me and my cousin Zoe used to have so much fun playing together here at this house before it burned down. It was a pretty great time, actually. Me and Zoe used to put up signs because we thought we were magical fairies, so we would put up signs and be like, we're doing fairy stuff right now. It was so weird. It was great. It was a great time. One time we were sleeping and my grandpa came and woke us up at like 2 in the morning to ask if we wanted cookies. But in 2012, it burned down. And what's weird is that the night before it burned down, I was here with my friend Bella and we were swimming in the pool and four-wheeling in the backyard. I hadn't done those things for such a long time and I was just tempted to for some reason that night. And when I was younger, every time I came here, I always had a feeling like something was going to happen. It was so weird. So I would always like say goodbye to the house when I was really little because I was so like sure something was going to happen to it. It was so weird. So what happened was it was night and my grandpa was building a table in the basement and he has crutches because he has 2 metal knees, and so he leaned one of his crutches onto this container of contact cement and it poured over. All of the contact cement spilled everywhere and he tried his best to clean it all up, but he didn't get all of it, and I think the furnace was on or something, and because there was still some contact cement on the ground, it started the fire. And it was about 2 in the morning and my grandpa smelled smoke, so he opened their bedroom door that was 2 floors up and there was just this wall of smoke. So he goes and wakes up my grandma and he was like, we've got to get out of here, the house is burning down. And she was like, what are you talking about? Because she just woken up. But she just went along with it because that's what everybody does with my grandpa. It just makes it easier. So she followed him and then she realized what was happening. So their office connected to their bedroom and they crawled out of their window that was on the top floor and went out onto the roof. And my grandpa, who was 2 metal knees and a really bad back because he broke it, he jumped off of the roof and got a ladder for my grandma, who was perfectly fine. He is honestly so amazing and sweet. In 7th grade, the year after this happened, I wrote a paper for my English class on how he was my hero because of what he did for my grandma. So after they got out of their house, they ran all the way down the street to their neighbor's house. Eventually, they made their way up to my aunt's house, and she lives really close to them, just up the hill from their house. So they made their way up there and got a hold of everyone in my family. So I think it was about 6 in the morning when we heard about it. Me and my dad drove over to my aunt's house to meet my grandparents and the rest of my family. We actually drove by the house while it was burning down. My grandparents never turned around to see their house, so they didn't actually see the flames and everything. They just kept going and didn't look back. And my aunt was already at her house and everything, so nobody actually saw the flames in person except for me and my dad. It was crazy to see flames shooting out of the roof and out of the windows of this home that we had all grown up in. KSL did a news story on it. There were a couple people that recorded videos and put it on YouTube. And my grandpa was laughing about it, like he was making jokes about it as the house was being literally ripped apart, because he's just a goofy person and that's just how he works. But yeah, it was really sad. Obviously, my grandparents lost a good deal of stuff, and luckily they had really good insurance, and so the insurance company was able to pay for them to rebuild their house and stuff, but they just barely got finished dealing with all of the insurance stuff, and it's been 6 years, so it's been a really big hassle, but it's finally all over with. We actually had a big family bonfire and burned all of the insurance papers. They were told that they didn't need them anymore, so it's not like that was something we shouldn't have done. It took several days to just completely put the fire out, and the only rooms that were left were the sword room and the kitchen and the pool area. The sword room is now the ice cream parlor, and the kitchen is now the movie theater, and the pool area is still the same. Everything else just burned to the ground. But fortunately, they were lucky enough to rebuild the house in the exact same spot. Sadly, they lost a lot of memories and a lot of things, but now they can make new memories. We can all make new memories. And when the house burned down, we had a really fun family paint war, and we did a photo shoot, and those photos are now hanging up in the living room. But basically, we just went inside this freezing cold, empty garage, and we were all wearing white clothes and took a bunch of bottles of paint and squirted them all over each other. But that's the story. Yeah, hopefully you guys have been enjoying my sit down videos. I'm gonna try to get back to vlogging. Sorry I didn't do Vlogmas. I didn't have enough ideas for that, and I didn't want to try to force myself to dedicate that much time to Vlogmas either. Maybe I'll do it next year. Who knows? It probably would have been really beneficial for my channel because it never grows, so that might have helped it, but whatever. Yeah, have a fabulous day, and I'll see you all later.